Think it's too early to start talking about the summer transfer window? Think again, because when it comes to football, it's always a good time to discuss potential moves. There are big changes brewing at Anfield, and it's not just about the structural or managerial shifts. The transfer strategy itself is undergoing major changes, with Michael Edwards steering the ship once again. In today's video, we're diving into 5 players Liverpool should consider signing in the upcoming transfer window. We're not saying we should go after them all, that would be unrealistic, but we selected these players specifically to align with Arne Slot's playing style, the new man in charge at Anfield. Plus, we'll mention a few other potential picks, and we'd love to hear your thoughts too. But first, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more Liverpool deep dives. Let's kick things off with the most straightforward choice. As Wataru Endo approaches his 32nd birthday next year, and Stefan Bajcetic, still young and rebounding from a lengthy injury, Liverpool's need for a defensive midfielder becomes quite clear. They need someone young and athletic, a true midfield dynamo who can seamlessly fit into Arne's proactive system. Interestingly, our top pick is already familiar with the new manager's tactics and might just be on the same flight to England as Arne. You might have guessed it, it's Feyenoord's defensive midfielder, Mats Wife. At 24 years old and standing at 6'2", Wife is versatile enough to function well in either a single or double pivot within Arne's preferred 4-3-3 setup. Snatched up for practically nothing from the Dutch second division just before the 2022-2023 season, Wife's impact was immediate and impressive, playing a key role in Feyenoord's championship win. So what makes Wife stand out? First off, it's his tireless energy in the press. Whether he's positioned as a deep-lying 6 or more forward 8, Wife is constantly on the move, aggressively making tackles. This season he's ranked in the 96th percentile for defensive actions among all players in his position in Europe's top 7 league. Let's dig a bit deeper into what makes Wife such a standout. In the Eredivisie, he's 3rd among midfielders for recovering loose balls with an impressive tally of 216. He also holds the 2nd spot for the most tackles in the middle third with 45. These stats highlight his presence and constant patrol in the middle of the park. But there's more to Wife than just his defensive abilities. Offensively, he's also made his mark. Since his move to Feyenoord, Wife has netted 9 goals and contributed 11 assists. Not bad at all for a holding midfielder, right? His passing skills are top-notch too. Wife has the knack for distributing passes accurately from the centre to the half spaces, moving the play forward effectively. He's also adept at making those diagonal switches, ranking 2nd among Feyenoord players for the most play switches, with 10, just behind the left-back Hartman. Wife is currently valued at €27 million, and with clubs like Atletico Madrid and Barcelona also showing interest, his stock is definitely rising. But for Liverpool, we might believe a bid between 35 to 40 million euros might just clinch the deal. What do you think? Should Arne Slot bring Wife with him to Liverpool, or do you have any other midfielders in mind for the Reds? Some might suggest João Neves, but with Benfica setting a steep €100 million price tag on him, that move seems unlikely. There are also rumours linking Liverpool with other Feyenoord talents like left-back Hartman, centre-back Hancho, right-back Gruda, and striker Jimenez, but learning from Manchester United's recent history with Ajax players, we think it would be wiser for Liverpool to focus solely on Wife. Let us know your thoughts and your picks for this key midfield position. Now moving on to the second key position that Liverpool needs to address, that of course being left-back. This video is sponsored by Clothing. Clothing is a Liverpool clothing site owned by match-going fans. Each design is limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Anfield, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. As stated, each design is limited edition, and if a product is showing out of stock, they will not be restocking the item, so if you have your eye on something, grab it fast. Lastly, Clothing wants fellow Reds to be 100% satisfied with their orders, so if there is a reason you're not happy, they will refund you with no questions asked. Head over to copyclothing.com or down into the link in the description to get all of your Liverpool merchandise. Anyway, let's get back into today's video. It's hard to believe but Andy Robertson is already 30 years old. How time flies, right? Plus he's been battling recurring injuries and his performance levels have been somewhat inconsistent lately. Kostas Tsimikas hasn't quite managed to secure his spot either, especially with Joe Gomez often outshining him when playing out on the left. For this crucial role, Liverpool should look for an athletic left-back who's not only skilled with the ball, but versatile enough to fit into multiple positions. Our choice is Ryan Ait-Nouri from Wolves, who's already Premier League proven at just 22. Ryan is incredibly flexible, capable of playing as a traditional left-back, a left wing-back, a winger on the left, and even as a left-sided number 10, a role he's taken on for Wolves. He excels technically, especially in tight spaces, where his ability to combine with his teammates shines. Ryan also has a knack for advancing the ball through his dynamic runs down the left flank, often creating scoring opportunities. Impressively, he ranks in the 99th percentile among fullbacks for creating goals by drawing fouls, averaging 0.13 per game. Defensively, he's just as competent, never hesitating to engage in tackles all over the field. Ryan Ait-Nouri is currently valued at €32 million, with 2 years remaining on his contract, and we believe he should be on the Reds' radar next summer. But hold on, Ait-Nouri isn't the only left back on our radar. Given our preference for the athleticism in this role, someone like Anthony Robinson from Fulham could also be a great fit at Anfield. What do you think? Should Liverpool go for Ait-Nouri, or is there another player you have in mind? Drop your thoughts again in the comment section below. Now let us turn our attention to the third player and another area of the defence that needs bolstering. Let's consider the centre-back position. With Joel Matip likely to leave as a free agent at the end of his contract and Ibrahim Konate struggling to stay fit, Liverpool's options are thinning. Young Jarell Quansah is promising but still gaining experience, leaving Liverpool overly reliant on Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez. Now we've thought about this and we've narrowed down a few potential candidates. Fulham's Tosin will be available as a free agent, but he seems more suited as a squad player. Then there's Odelin Kosenau from Bayer Leverkusen, an excellent ball carrier who can also fill in at right back. However, we can't stop thinking about Sporting's Goncalo Inacio, who really stands out as a potential game changer. Goncalo Inacio, without a doubt, stands out as one of the most technically gifted centre-backs in Europe. His skills would mesh perfectly with Arne Slot's preference for patient build-up play, making him an ideal fit for the left centre-back position. Inacio is known for his ability to advance the ball from the back, whether it's his expansive range of passing or his capacity to carry the ball forward himself. He's a pivotal figure in Sporting's patient approach to building plays. His talent for keeping possession, even under intense pressure, has been a standout feature of his game. This season, Andy Robertson faced some difficulties adapting to the left centre-back role during Liverpool's 3-2 build-up phases. Introducing a player like Inacio could significantly improve Liverpool's build-up effectiveness. But will it be easy to get him from Sporting? That would be the question. He's already valued at €40 million, and with giants like Real Madrid also showing interest, it's going to be a tough battle to win his signature this summer. So who would you suggest for the centre-back position? Or do you think Liverpool should prioritise other areas instead? Now let's go up the field to the winger position, and trust us, this player epitomises versatility. He can play as a number 8, on the wings as a 10, or even as a striker. However, this season he's been mainly used as on the wings following his move to West Ham last summer. You've probably guessed it by now, it's 23-year-old Mohamed Kudus. In a recent video, we discussed how Arne likes his wingers to be 1v1 specialists, who can outpace and overpower their markers. And who better to fit this description than the first player in the top 5 European leagues to achieve 100 take-ons this season? Yes, Kudus possesses the speed and strength Arne looks for in his wingers, along with a superb ability to retain possession. As you can see in this plot graph, when it comes to dribbles and successful dribbles per 90, Kudus ranks alongside stars like Vinicius Jr. Do not mind about the nutcase that is Jeremy Doku, because he's on another level when it comes to take-ons. But wait a second, what truly makes Mohamed Kudus a perfect fit for Liverpool is not just his offensive flair, but his commitment to defensive duties as well. For a forward known for his dribbling and taking on defenders, Kudus also excels in regaining possession. Among other wingers in the top 5 European leagues, he ranks in the 96th percentile for tackles per 90 minutes, averaging an impressive 2.45. Courage and ability to drive forward, willingness to defend, what else would you ask for from a winger? Ah, yes, elite ball striking, which is exactly what Kudus has. Whether with his left or right foot, from the edge of the box or within it, his shooting technique allows him to precisely place the ball into the net. His impressive tally of 13 goals in his debut season with West Ham proves his knack for scoring goals. We recommend you watching his goals and you'll get what we mean. It's something that statistics can't fully capture. However, securing Kudus might prove even more challenging than the previous mentioned players. Having spent only 1 year at West Ham from his 5-year contract and already valued at €50 million, the Hammers are likely to demand a significant fee for the player, making any deal for him particularly tricky. Hold that thought just as we are finishing the script for this video. Credible transfer journalist David Ornstein broke some intriguing news. The player has a release clause, so we'll definitely want to keep a close watch on how this situation unfolds. Now let's turn our attention to a position that many of you agree needs some reinforcement, especially after the recent period of missed opportunities, the striker role. To set the record straight, we're not suggesting Darwin Núñez should be sold, given the scarcity of top strikers in the market, and Núñez's raw talent, it would be premature to let him go. Instead, let us trust Arne to work on refining his finishing. As for our choice for the number 9 position, take a look at this graph. You'll see how statistically similar he is to Darwin, but you might be surprised when we reveal who he is. Have a guess who it could be. Believe it or not, it's Victor Gyökeres, the most informed striker in Europe this season. We were just as surprised to see how similar he is to Darwin, which kind of shows just how valuable Darwin truly is. Gyökeres excels with his relentless energy, constantly making runs into the channels, pulling defenders out of positions, and creating opportunities for his teammates. What really sets him apart from Darwin, though, is his clinical finishing. Take a look at this graph comparing their shots on target and conversion rates. You might be thinking that the 40 goals he scored this season are a reason for the hype, and that he's just overperforming his expected numbers, but it's actually his overall performances that have built his reputation. Gyökeres ranks in the 99th percentile among strikers for progressive carries, successful take-ons, touches in the attacking penalty area, and progressive passes received. He's undeniably a constant threat on the field. Moreover, his ability to drop deep and hold up play fits perfectly with Arne's strategy of positional rotations in the final third. But like Kudus, he has only spent 1 year of his contract with Sporting, which will probably make the deal difficult to happen. It's true that his current market value is at €55 million, and there is no doubt that Sporting will ask for at least double the value to let go of their forward. Who would you choose, Gyökeres or somebody else? Perhaps some might lean towards Feyenoord's Jimenez, although he's been experiencing a dip in form lately. We'd love to hear your thoughts. So there you have it. Vaifa, Inacio, Aït-Nouri, Kudus and Gyökeres are our top 5 picks for players Liverpool should target this summer. These players represent the best option for strengthening key positions. At least that's what we think. Now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with our list? If not, share yours in the comment section below and tell us why. We'd love to engage in the conversation with you. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for daily Liverpool deep dives. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.